Welcome to Something Nice with Dinano. It's a pleasure to have you here on my channel. Once again, if you enjoy the content here, if you enjoy the interviews, if you enjoy the podcasts that I put out, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate the support that you've been giving me. To all 1,051 of you, that's if we're still on the same number by the time this video goes out. But I really want to send out my gratitude to everyone who has supported this channel so far. It's been just less than a year since we started the channel, and we have already hit that threshold of monetization, reaching 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. Who would have thought we'd do it within a year? But that's what we had set out to do, and guess what? We have done it. It's time to celebrate. Balloons, whistles, champagne, but hey, we don't have time for that. We need to keep producing content. But I just want to share with you something very important. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just keep in mind that it is not a sprint, it is a marathon, right? And as a person who has started running recently, you prepare yourself for a marathon. And for your first race, you might not feel like you're ready. You will never be ready for your first race. But if you put in the work and you set it out that you want to achieve this by this time, you start doing the work, just apply yourself and get going. Stop making excuses. I don't have the right shoes. If you're a runner, that's what you'd say. In YouTube, you'd say, I don't have the right camera. I'm not running fast enough. My pace is not good enough. On YouTube, you'd say, I make a lot of mistakes, I have a lot of non-fluences, or my computer is not fast enough. That's not an excuse. It is not an excuse. Just get out there and start creating content. Let me tell you, it's gonna be slow when you're starting out. Believe me, it's going to be very slow. So it's going to be up to you to talk to people that you meet and be like, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. They'll probably ask what it's about, and you have to brief them, right? So know what your channel is about and be focused on what the channel is about. Tell them about it, ask them to subscribe. In most cases, and more often than not, the people that you just meet up with and you have no connection or no relationship with them, chances are they won't be watching the channel. Unless it is someone who comes across the channel on YouTube as part of the browse features and loves the content that you're putting out. That is most likely the person who will become a subscriber, and a subscriber that participates and that engages with you. Those are the types of subscribers that you want. As I've said, YouTube is not a sprint, it's a marathon. I've got a little anecdote to paint a picture to you of what that really means. I started out my channel in May last year, 2019. And when I started out, luckily for me, there was a person where I work who also had just started gaining momentum on their channel. The lady was doing well. We were doing type of similar thing, interviews, podcast type content. That's what she was doing. That's what I am doing too. I think I had checked after a while that she had been running her channel. She was at about 500 subscribers. I was still flirting with 100 subscribers. She was doing quite well. I mean, at some point she had interviewed Malusi Gigaba. I think her channel was slowly but surely gaining momentum. Last I checked, she was at about 600. I was at about 150. Then all of a sudden, this lady has started another channel. Now it was a bit different to what she had initially done. She didn't show her face, she did voiceovers, and she was just doing entertainment news. The channel just shot up. After a few weeks, it was at about 4,000, and after a month or two, she was already at 6,000. Next thing I know, she's over 10,000, and she was already applying for monetization. This is like after 3 months, I'm struggling to get 200 subscribers, and here's this colleague of mine who's doing a genre that I wouldn't dream of doing, gossip news. But hey, she was doing well, and it was something that she was really enjoying. So I started supporting her channel. I had subscribed and I kept watching. I remember there was a video that was doing very well on her channel. I think at some point it had over 150,000 views. Around about the time Nei Zimu, may his soul rest in peace, passed away, she put out a video of his funeral, and it just help her propel her numbers even further. And then all of a sudden, a month or two later, I went to check back on the channel just to see how well she's doing. Pooh, pow, nothing, gone. The channel is gone, right? So for her, it was a sprint. She had already applied for her monetization because she had reached her watch time hours. She had reached her subscriber numbers in a very short space of time. We were talking. So how's YouTube? She's like, I'm enjoying. I'm not even paying attention on the other one. I don't even care about it. I'm only focusing on this one because it's bringing in all the numbers. So she had applied for her monetization. And then after a while, I check on the channel. I can't find it on search. Strange. I go to my subscriptions on my own channel because I had subscribed to the channel. I clicked on it. It was still there. But there was a red bar saying that the channel is under review. There's some suspicious content that has been loaded on the channel. So YouTube is reviewing it. I was a bit taken aback, but I couldn't really say I was surprised because there was a couple of content that she had put out. And I remember I specifically asked her, Sissy, what's happening with this content? Do you have rights to this content? I can't remember what she had said, but I had my own reservations. To cut a long story short, I think they had stopped the channel and it does not exist anymore. That's the thing with YouTube. There's a lot of T's and C's that you have to adhere to. And there's a lot of copyright stuff that you have to read and understand. Because if you don't understand, you might fall into a trap of finding a genre that might work for you and that might be easy to get all the views and the subscribers. But in the long run, it might cost you because you might be putting out all this work as she was doing. She was putting out content on a daily basis, only to find that the content that you're actually putting out is contravening the T's and C's and the regulations and the policies of YouTube. There you have it. Do what you need to do, but do it the right way. Keeping in mind, YouTube is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Put in the work, invest in your equipment, but don't make it an excuse. Research on the content and show passion. People will feed off your passion. People will feed off your energy. That's how you go about it. That's how you win on YouTube. And you follow simple things like put out videos consistently. Research what people want to see. Research what people want to engage on. Research what people are looking for on YouTube. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. In fact, it is the second biggest search engine after Google. So people go out there to find out ways to do things, bring solutions, help people. And that's how you will make it on YouTube. My next video will be about my journey from 0 to 1,000 subscribers and the types of videos that help me get to that stage or get to that threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. If you enjoy the content here, if you enjoy the interviews, if you enjoy the podcasts that I put out, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you have gained anything from it, and share with your friends and family about the content that we produce here on Something Nice with Dinano. Thanks for your continued support. Ngiyanibulela nonke, ngiyabonga, kuyalebucha. I really appreciate it. Here's to many more watch hours and subscribers on Something Nice with Dinano.